Developer Diary Part 2. No, not Developer, Director Diary Part 2. And, the meeting was apparently 4 days, 4 days ago. And yeah, it was unstructured as, they're just like, by the way, I got these mics, these lav mics that you can use. Oh, do you want him to record on his phone? Like, no. What? Why would I want it record? I literally just said, I've got my camera, I've got my mics. You guys, like, didn't help me with any of that. You know, I asked, hey, can we get a better mic? Hey, I need some headphones. I asked them, none of them got it, none of them gave me the money, none of them went out. Because you gotta remember, why are you expecting people to buy things? They're the producers. They're the people, like, supposedly financing this. I told them I need a mic, and I told them, you know what, if you don't want to get the mic, that's fine. It's like they took ages and nothing happened. I said, alright, get me some headphones. I need some headphones so I can monitor the audio. Couldn't do that. I can't use mine. Actually, you know what, I can, but it isn't going to be the best quality. It's a wired gaming headset, but you know, that's what I'm going to do, because they couldn't get me. Like, you gotta remember, oh my god, oh no, you just really expecting people to buy things for you. No. Like, having good quality headphones when recording so we can monitor the audio in real time, see if there's like any crackles or if there's any like pops or any of that. But no. It's like, alright, it's like, oh, I got some lav mics you're gonna use. Not even you can use, it was you're going to use. And I was like, what? Like, you can use lav mics, but like, you need to have like a very structured way, like, because what he's gonna do, it seems like, is just pop the lav mics on them. No, you can't do it like that. If we were doing like a reality TV show, then that would work fine. But we're not doing a reality TV show. We're doing like fiction. We're doing something that is supposed to be fiction. It's supposed to be whatever you want to call it. Like, you cannot use lav mics where you know, you like see people use them for interviews and like mic'd up in like the NBA and NFL. They put lav mics. Like, you cannot. But they won't listen. Then the guy's like, oh, you haven't done a line reading. Do you want to do it where that one day you all go down and you all do a line reading, then the following week? No. Why I don't want to swear. You know, I'm not gonna. You know, I can say what I want. But why the hell are you purposely? Because like, it's not. It's just when it takes its time. Make sure you're prepared. No. As I said, it's been literal months. It's been since February this is going on. All of a sudden, now he wants it. Like, we've had months, literal months. It's nearly July now. We've had literal months. Literal months. And they're taking the piss. Like, what do you mean the following week? We ain't gonna do the line readings this week, that's for sure. Like, I don't see how we can, you know, it's only Monday, but because someone's gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't make it. Like, why you all, like, why wasn't this, like, immediately dealt with? And you know, another thing as well. Like, he was just asking me like all these dumb questions, like, oh, so what character is this? And I was like, what do you mean, what character is this? Have you read the thing? You should know what character this is. Oh, so what character, what does, oh god, I'm just tongue twisted. What does this character do? What character is this? Like, how do you answer something like that? What do you mean? Read the script. How am I supposed to explain it to you at Costa? Like why? Like, because he hasn't read the script. I remember the first time, and like I sent him the script, and for the literal months, he's like, oh, oh, you need to use AI to format it so it's like an actual movie script. And if you read the thing, it was already formatted to be like because he didn't read it, like not one word of that script he read. And there, like weekly, it's like, oh yeah, have you formatted it? How about you read it? Yeah, and you'll see it's formatted just right. Like it's just ridiculous, man. Oh, what character is this? What does this character do? Like, how are you expecting me to explain that on the fly? I know some people can do that, but like for me, like it's a weird question because if you just read the thing and it's like, oh, so who should be this character? Oh, Courtney, who's one of the people that want. He is expecting a big role. I was like, so what? Who cares? He'll get given what he's given. I don't know how, like, since we haven't done line readings, as I've already mentioned a couple of times now, I don't know what this guy's capabilities are. I don't know what this guy can do, what his acting abilities like, how he speaks. Because he's from Africa, he's from Zimbabwe. And, like, who even is he supposed to be? The main character's best friend, I'm pretty sure. But he just isn't going to fit because it's like a very dialogue intensive role, and he's from Zimbabwe, and even though they do speak English in Zimbabwe, it just doesn't fit him. Like, he doesn't speak like a young lad from the streets of England speaks. He speaks very formal, very formal, like someone who learned English as like a second language. He doesn't speak English like, yo, fam, yo, my homeboy. He doesn't speak it like someone off the streets of. Maybe he's a good actor and he could I don't know, because we haven't done line readings, so I don't know. So I don't know, like, what he can do. And then, like, it's just ridiculous. Oh, he's expecting a big role, is he? Like, what do you mean? Like, literally, we haven't done, like I said, how am I supposed to give people that I don't know what they're capable of when it comes to acting a big role? Like, because we were at Costa and it was just a waste of time. Like, we could have done this over the phone. Like, and as well, I got there 40 minutes early. Then they decided to push back the time. First it was 4:30, and now all of a sudden it's 4:45. So I had to wait an extra 15 minutes, and they were still late as well. The kid Denzel, why do I call him a kid? He's older than me. He looks quite young. He got there on time. He got there slightly early to on time. These guys, they must have arrived. When would they have? He must have arrived. The guy, like the big guy who's in charge of it all, the guy, oh, you need to format it, the guy who isn't reading the lines, lav mics, he's expecting a big role. He must have got there close to 5. First it's 4, remember, first he said 4:30, then he pushed it back to 4:45, and he couldn't even make it for 4:45. And like it's ridiculous. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous, because literally if you read the original script, it was literally no budget, all we needed was some people. We could get it done just like that. And he was asking me, how long do you think this will take? And I was like, we can get it done in one day. We can get it done with 4 hours of filming. And he was just looking at me silent. Like, if you read the script, how do you think that's going to take? Like, he's intentionally trying to make it as tedious. It's like, it's all supposed to be like set in one relatively short time span. So if we did shoot it over the course of like multiple weeks, like you wanted to do with the first one, which I do understand, because it's a bit more, but it shouldn't have been weeks. It should have been like over the course of days, not weeks, because that's just ridiculous. Like with the with this one, he wanted to do this. Well, it's obvious that he wanted to do the same thing over the course of weeks, even though he didn't explicitly say it this time. Like, like, like one scene, like, I don't know, like they're walking down the street, and they're like, okay, that's it. We'll come back next week, and we continue the scene where they finished walking down the street, and now they're gonna go get a bite to eat at a restaurant or something. And since a week's passed since the last scene was shot, now all of a sudden, I don't know, maybe he's got some bruises that weren't there before. He's decided to shave. One of them's decided to shave, decided to get a haircut, dye their hair, etc., etc. You get what I mean? It's like, it's not me wanting to rush everything. Like, it's just simple, basic things. Like, it's an absolutely moronic idea to try. What the hell's that noise? It's an absolutely moronic idea to try and stretch it out over such a ridiculous time span. I hope the music isn't too loud, but it's just dumb. And it's just, I'm just getting fed up. Like, I'm past the point of fed up. How ridiculous and unprofessional are these people, man? I know they're not this is their first time doing first time doing something like this, but they are just don't care. I don't know what the word is. I'm trying to search for the word, but I can't find it. Because now, you know what I did, right? I just decided to add a whole bunch of stuff to the script just to spite them. Before, I wrote it simple, there wasn't any swearing, it was just simple, basic, 12A, PG-13 as the Americans call it. Simple, basic, nothing bad. And I was like, alright, I'm gonna add this. Now this guy's snorting coke, now this guy's getting into a fight, now this guy's going on a coke-filled rant. Now it's just a whole bunch of stupid stuff I've just added to it just to spite them. And if they say, oh, Ben, we can't do this. This guy, we can't have this guy snorting coke and going on a coke-filled rant and he's all crazy. Oh, we can't have this scene where this guy's getting into a street fight on the street with these two gang members as he's trying to get this girl off them. No, we can't do that. I'm gonna say, okay, that's fair enough. Go get someone else. It sounds like I'm being a dick, but honestly, with how drawn out and ridiculous this whole process has been, can you really blame me? It was it was such an easy, simple thing. It was self-contained, it was simple, there was no bad language, there was no violence, there was no drug use, it was just simple people talking, a little bit, it wasn't the most interesting, but it was self-contained, it was professional, it was easy. And these guys are trying to make it out like we're making Interstellar, what are we doing? We're making the next Fast and Furious, not like the old Fast and Furious where you could actually make that with a relatively low budget. No, we're gonna be doing a scene where they go to space, and we're gonna be doing a scene where they drive a car and jump out the car and jump onto a tank's barrel while the tank falls off. The car falls off the highway or whatever, and there's going to be big explosions. Oh no, we're making Transformers, we're going to need a little bit of budget for Megan Fox, we're going to a little bit of budget for the CGI, we're going to need the budget for the practical explosions, we're going to need the budget for Michael Bay to be co-director. We're gonna need, I don't think Michael Bay is the type to be a co-director. They probably got a bit too much ego, but I'm supposed to be supposedly the director. We need a little bit of budget for the guns, for the fight scenes, for the practical gunshots. We're gonna do it is it John Woo? It was that Hong Kong police movie where they did that practical, long-winded, it was one of the best action scenes of all time. We're going to need a little bit of budget to do something like that. We're going to need a little bit of budget we're going to get Jenna Ortega in You know, we're gonna need a little bit of budget for her. We're gonna have Dwayne and The Rock Johnson. We're gonna have the Rock have a cameo. Actually, no, not a cameo, because that would be relatively cheap. It's gonna be a main character, The Rock is, and The Rock's gonna get into a fight scene on Mars, and there's gonna be explosions. He's gonna get on a fight scene with John Cena and Sydney Sweeney and Leonardo DiCaprio. And who else is like a big money name? Well, my mind's gone blank. He's gonna get into a fight scene with all these different people, you know, and it's gonna be a big money movie. Like that's what they're acting like I'm telling them. No, we've got this script. You know, here's a couple of pages. It's just people talking, walking out around on the streets, just, you know, young people, you know, friends, you know, youth growing up. Well, it wasn't really that anymore, but like, you know, just basic, simple. No, they're acting like we're gonna make this multi-million-dollar, $100 million Avengers level movie, Transformers level movie, and we need weeks to prepare, months to prepare, and weeks to like. As I sent them a message. It wasn't about the film, and they haven't gotten back to me, and it's just getting annoying now. Like, they're not, and I want to make it clear, they're not bad people, like, at all. None of them are bad people. That's not the issue. Like, they haven't done anything aside from this. What I've got a lot of issues with, they haven't done anything to wrong me outside of this. But like, it's just that it's obvious that they don't know what they're doing. Like, it's just extremely just unprofessional. Like, it's a complete mess. You know, when I did this in GTA, you know, people were obviously like, how are you gonna get professional acting people on GTA? It is, you know, and like, people would just mess around and not take it. But you know, that's a video game. Like, how is anyone gonna take it? So, you know, and that used to happen a lot. So it's not like I'm not used to people messing around when I'm trying to make something. But it gets oh my god, I just realised. Oh, thank God my mic's still on. I thought I was about to say, as if it went through my controller mic, it wouldn't have picked up anything, because I was about to have a mental breakdown. But no, it's using my and I remember I was checking my USB mic before this, so it's all good. Like, what are they doing? Like, why is it so? Like, why is it such a ridiculous? I'm doing this with one hand, by the way, if you're wondering why I miss it. Like, why is it just so ridiculous? It's just. That's as well, like, he asked me, like, oh, do you have any problems? Is there anything you want to mention? And obviously there is, but I didn't say anything, because, like, this is not the time or space. We're in the middle of Costa Coffee. Like, it's just not, you get what I mean? Like, it's just not a place where I want to air my grievances. Like, it's just, like, you get what I mean, don't you? Like, it's just one big mess. Switch. Like, because as well, with the way things are going, I would be highly surprised if we got things done in the next 3 weeks. We're probably looking at middle of, because as well, with all the things I've added, you know, it's going to take even longer, which honestly I don't care. If they want to make it take a ridiculous amount of time, I'll make it take a ridiculous amount of time. Because I added in the opening scene with the guy going crazy and he's doing coke and all that, just to spite him. Because, you know, I've intentionally made it long now. They want to take a ridiculous... Go and set all that up. Go and find a house, go and find a street where this guy can get into a street fight in. You know, you go and get all that set up. Because before we had it easy, there was only one like actual location. The other one was on the streets and parks, whatever. What's easy to do. There's only one, and we already had that building anyway. Like it was easy to film, like, but no, we could easily get everyone down there, get it sorted just like that. But no, so I'm just gonna keep at this point. I'm just gonna keep adding in more and more just stupid things until they say, hey, we can't do this. And like I said, as soon as they say that, I'm like, okay, get someone else. These guys are just taking the mick, man. Taking the absolute mick. Anyway, that's really it. There's nothing else to say. I don't think so. If I remember. You know, I remember I was wearing my t-shirt and, you know, that isn't really important. It kind of annoyed me with that. Like, what are you talking about? You know, it doesn't matter. I'll probably mention that on one of the... Actually, it's not even on this chat. I'll mention at some point, but right now it really isn't important. Anything else? No. It's like, we're gonna have a conversation about the lav mics, try and explain to him that, like, if we're doing, like, a big budget movie, where, like, yeah, lav mics can be useful, but we'd also need to use, it's like, we'd need to hide them, because what they would do on big budget movies, and they would need to be set up properly with the main mic as well, but, like, it's just a disorganized mess. Like, we can't use those mics as like the main source of audio. I need them to get me some like proper headphones, not like the gaming headset I have, like high quality headphones so I can monitor the audio properly. Especially considering the mic I have isn't even the best, but they were wasting, like really wasting the time when I said, hey, I need a better mic, you know, not lav mics either. I didn't tell them to get lav mics, they already had them anyway. Nah. I just wonder how bad it's, you know, how bad it's all gonna turn out. You know, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Thanks for watching.